Hey guys, just wanted to kind of make a little quick video, just kind of showing you how I do my setup live. If I were doing it live, or this is something you can use if you're using Ableton Live, say for running tracks or just for a click or anything like that. And if you're a keys player, if you're a guitarist, anything like that, most of the time we usually play guitar. This is a way that's kind of cool that you can actually automate. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. I just thought it was cool, and there's not much out there, if anything, to share a lot of how to do it. So I thought I would make a quick video. And so here I've got my, I've got my multi-track set up in Ableton, and I'll get that out of the way. And so I got a multi-track, like for instance, this one was the first one in my library. It's Alive by Young and Free. And so I've got it split up to different scenes for each part of the song. And so each part of the song is a different count, like say the intro may only be, let's click on a clip. Say the intro is only 8 bars long. And so you see it says 8 right here with a follow action to go to the next under the launch. And so that means that these clips in this line will play for 8 bars, and then they will jump to the next clips, which will play for 16 bars, and then jump to the next. And so that's important, and you'll see why in a minute. When setting it up for my Timefactor pedal here, I've got red to cut on and then black to cut it off. And so that's important because if I'm automating the song, this is kind of going down in the timeline, and I need to have these clips match the exact same timeline, or it's not gonna match up, obviously. Meaning, say like this one's only 1 bar long, you can see at the bottom the follow action, and so I've got to have that one 1 bar long, and then this one's 8 bars long, all of these clips, and so I need to have this one, guess what, 8 bars long. And same with the 16 bar one. So it's got to all match up. Very, very important if you're gonna automate it. You may just want it to have it cut on, and you'll, at the beginning of the song, to switch to a preset, and that's all you want. You want control over that's perfectly fine. This is just how to do it if you want to, because there's nothing out there really about it to cut it on and off. And so what we'll do is I always put a metronome MIDI clip at the front, just so if the band gets off, I can pop us back on the metronome. This Onsong clip here is I just add a MIDI clip, and I add a MIDI note to that clip, and you can add a MIDI note, a different MIDI clip for a MIDI note for each song in your Onsong library. And there's a couple of videos out there showing you how to set this up. The guy from Onsong actually can show you too. It's really easy, but so I'm not going to go into to save some time. But when I fire the track, it's going to say we're playing Everlasting God, and I fire Alive. That's going to go to Alive, and so that's really handy, because if I'm if I'm on top back or something, I don't have time to switch everything. It just does it for me. It's just really easy. So also another cool thing is that, like I said, it'll switch your also when I hit that, I'll do it again. When I hit on my Timefactor, it let's see. It'll pop us. It's not okay. Let's see if there you go. So it pops you into okay. Obviously I wasn't ready for the video. But it did that because I had the programming set up wrong on here. But so needless to say, it'll pop you into Alive. It'll start the preset for you. And so the cool thing is that what you'll need to do is I'll show you how to set it up to where, I've got red clips here, black clips here. Red is to turn it on, black is to bypass it. And so what you'll need to do to be able to successfully do this on your Timefactor or Big Sky, the Big Sky I think is pretty easy. You just, but I haven't really messed around a lot with it. You can have them linked together to where the big sky is in this column. It's going to channel 2, and you know what I mean by that is that, like, I've got my this Yamaha plugged in, and so you know, so I'll plug it in, and my Timefactor's on channel 1, the big sky's on channel 2, so that way I can send 2 separate values. Because say I want to go to preset 4 in the Timefactor, but preset, I don't know, bank 1, preset 2 in the big sky, you know, like that's obviously, I need to send 2 different signals. So with the Timefactor, what you want to do is you want to set it up. You want to go to your pedal and you want to hit your encoder and your right button, and you want to hold them down. Actually, you know what, I take that back. Let me explain this first, okay? Oop. All right, so bank 1, preset 1 is right here. Bank 2, or bank 1, preset 2 is right here, okay? This is preset 1, I mean program 1 in Ableton. This is program 2 in Ableton. This is program 3 in Ableton. This is program 4 in Ableton. And bank 3, this is program 5. This is program 6. This is, you know, see how it kind of goes up. And so that's important. That's important for when you're doing, when you're coming here. What you want to do, you got to receive map. You click here, and you can kind of see how it goes. So program 1 is 1 1. Program 2 is 1 2. Program 3 is 2 1. Program 4 is 2 2. You can set that up to make sure it does all that. And you want to back out, and you want to go to receive control. Now when you first pop on this, it's going to look like this. It should look like that. Make sure the side's on bypass, and the arrow, you can press this button to click it over here. Now how I did is I set it up on C3. You can set it up on however you want to, but I'll show you how to do that. If you hit it again, it'll go to learn, so you can hit your MIDI clip and it'll learn it. I just have it set up through like that. And so, back out of that, you're good. Now to come up here, let me see if it'll. So anyway, so what you want to do is you want to come down here from your MIDI clip, come down here, and you want to make sure your quantization is none, your loop's off, and then your program, if you click on it and go forward or backwards, it'll make you bank up or down. And so that's how you want to be able to, you know, that's how you basically fire off your loops, and how it knows what preset to fire off. And so that ties into what I just I had shared with you. So how do I turn it? That turns whatever preset you want on. How you're sending it needs to receive a MIDI CC or constant control, and that's how you do it right here, is through the envelopes. You're on MIDI CC, MIDI control, and then you pop up this window. And I just used 3 because it's a controller. That's just what I used, and so that's why on my pedal it says C3. If I used the 4, then it would say C4, and it would blow up. Just kidding. So with the how to turn it on and off, if you want to automate it, actually take it a step further. Then what you'll do is on the clips that you want to have it turn on, this is what I did. I tried doing it, you know, entering a MIDI note to where, sorry, I had it where I entered a MIDI note all the way across, and it didn't work too well. It just didn't read the signal very well. So I built a little ramp here, put it in the ramp, and then the sole purpose is to go from 0 to 63, the value of 63. As long as you stay below 63, then it's going to turn the pedal on. If I click on the black one to turn it off, 64 to 127 value turns it on. I mean, excuse me, off. And so that lets it know whether to bypass it or not, or to make it active. And so that's how you're giving the signal it needs. And so I built the ramp there. Last thing is like I said, this is where it becomes important, as to make sure you're following the same, you know, your bars down here. Follow action 16 on that, then it'll turn it off for 16 measures. So that's important because, like I said, you want the timing to be the same. I think that pretty much covers everything. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Hopefully this brings you, makes you, I don't know, think a little bit different about some things. Cool.